So during the last lecture, we have discussed C character set, variables or identifiers and rules for constructing them. Then we have also seen that there are 32 keywords in a C which should not be used as identifiers. The next article in C fundamentals which we are going to discuss is D and is namely constants. Constants in a C refer to fixed values that do not change during execution of the program. So these are the constant values, they are not going to change during program execution. Constants in a C are classified into two main categories. The two categories are numeric constants and character constants. Numeric constants are further classified into two categories. Numeric constants are further classified into two categories, namely integer constants and real or floating point constants. Character constants are further classified into two categories, namely single character constant and string constant. So in C we have in all four types of constants: integer constants, real or floating point constants, single character constants or string constant. So let us see one by one. So first we will discuss integer constants, then real or floating point constants, then single character constant, and then string constants. So first is integer constants. First type of constants are integer constants. Sequence of digits from 0 to 9 preceded by optional plus or minus sign. Precisely, the definition of integer constant is the sequence of digits where decimal point is not there or where decimal point is missing. This is called as integer constants, and integer constants are further classified into decimal integers, sequence of digits or set of digits from 0 to 9 preceded by optional plus or minus sign. These numbers are base 10 numbers since they constitute set of numbers from 0 to 9 and they are preceded by optional plus or minus sign. These are called as decimal integers, base 10 numbers. Example is plus 321, plus 983, minus 483, etc. These are examples of decimal integers. Then we have octal integers. Let us label it as A, then B are octal integers. As the name indicates, octal means 8. These are base 8 numbers. They consist of set of digits from 0 to 7 preceded by letter O, where O stands for octal. The valid examples of octal numbers are O77. This is largest 2-digit octal number. Smallest octal digit number will be 011. Okay. Then GO36. These are all examples of valid octal numbers. Then third type of numbers or integer constants are hex integers or hexadecimal integers. As the name indicates, hex means 16. These are base 16 numbers. They constitute a set of digits from 0 to 9 and letters uppercase A to F or lowercase a to f, 0 to 9, these are 10 characters, and A to F, these are 6 letters. They constitute total 16 numbers. Therefore, these are base 16 numbers. They are preceded by either uppercase OX or lowercase OX. Okay, these numbers are preceded by uppercase OX or lowercase OX, which stands for hex numbers. The valid hex numbers are OX9F, OXBCD, and so on. Largest 3-digit hex number is OXFFF. These are hex numbers. In C programming, we rarely use octal and hexadecimal numbers. The numbers that are frequently or commonly used in programming are decimal integers. The number that can be stored on a machine is a machine dependent. The largest number that you can store on a machine is machine dependent. For example, if you take a 16-bit machine, then largest integer that can be stored on this machine is this number. Okay. So largest number that can be stored on a machine is machine dependent. It depends on the size of the compiler. Okay. For 16-bit compiler, it is 32767. If I want to store larger numbers, then provision can be made to store larger number than this particular number by appending qualifiers U, L and UL, either uppercase or lowercase U, L and UL, where U stands for unsigned, L stands for long, and UL stands for unsigned long. Suppose I want to store a number greater than this. Then if I want to store 32769, then I have to append it by a qualifier, namely uppercase U or lowercase u, 769 lowercase u. Okay. So this particular number, if a number that can be a larger number that can be stored on a machine, if it is a 7-digit number, if it is 5 to 6 digit numbers will be stored by qualifier u or lowercase u. If I want to store 7 to 8 digit number, for example, such as 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I want to store 7 digit or 8 digit number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I have to append L for long or small l to this particular number, then this number will get stored on 16-bit machine. If I want to store 10 digit or more digit number on a 16-bit machine, such as this 9, 8, 3, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I have to append it by UL uppercase or lowercase ul. So this is how, although there is a limitation on a largest number that can be stored on a machine, you can still store larger numbers on these machines by appending these qualifiers U, L and UL, namely for unsigned, long and unsigned long. Unsigned, long and unsigned long. Then second type of constants which we are going to discuss are real or floating point constants. Real or floating point constants. These are truly fractional numbers. So a sequence of digits with decimal point are called real or floating point numbers or fractional numbers. The numbers with decimal point, and they are preceded by optional plus or minus sign. The valid examples are 0.003, minus 5.2, then plus 7.0 and so on. So where you will see a decimal point there. These real or floating point constants, they are written in a decimal notation where whole number is followed by decimal point and is followed by a fractional part. It is possible to represent these real or fractional numbers, real or floating point constants into exponential or scientific notation. Exponential or scientific notation. Exponential notation. In programming, this notation is commonly used. For example, if I want to store this number 215.65, it is floating point number because decimal point is there. Whole number followed by decimal point followed by fractional part. I want to represent it in an exponential or scientific notation. Then the way is, this can be written as 2.1565 E2 or 2.1565 uppercase E2 or 2.1565 E plus 2 or 2.1565 E plus 2. Either you write E2 or E plus 2, upper or lowercase, doesn't matter. Here the meaning of E2 is multiplied by 10 raised to 2. E2 means multiplied by 10 raised to 2. So this particular number has been written in a exponential form. So E, the exponent, can have either plus or minus sign depending upon how is your number. This particular representation is useful for representing the numbers that are too small or too large. This exponential or scientific notation representation is useful to represent very large number or very small number conveniently into this form. Here is an example: 75,000,000,000. So 8 zeros are there on a 75. The number is so large. If I want to represent it in a scientific or exponential notation, then this will be represented as 7.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, E9, either upper or lowercase. 9 will be preceded by plus sign, which is optional. So this is the way a largest number can be represented more compactly in a scientific or exponential notation. Let us take a very small number such as minus 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 363. Then this number will be represented as 3.63. Then E 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, E7, E minus 7, E minus 7. So this is how very large number or very small number can be conveniently represented by means of this exponential or scientific notation, and which is very convenient as far as programming is concerned. Then third type of constant which we are going to discuss is single character constant. Single character constant. Single character constants. As its name indicates, it's a single character which is enclosed by single quotes or single inverted commas. Here is a single character A or 5. If it is enclosed or surrounded by single inverted commas or single quotes which slant or which points towards left, then these are called single character constant. 5D. What is important is these inverted commas or these single quotes, they must slant, they must point to the left. Both must point to the left. A5D. These are single characters surrounded by these single quotes which slant or point to the left. These are single characters. Single character constants. With single character constants, they are associated with some values which are called as ASCII values. These constants have associated with them the values which are called as ASCII values. Here is an example. Here I am writing a C statement, printf, then double quote, percentage D, and then double quote complete and comma, and I want to print ASCII value of A. So I have written that single character constant small a as this. Then this printf statement will print value 97, which is ASCII value of small a, which is ASCII value of small a. So this particular statement will print ASCII value of any single character constant which you would like to print just by replacing the single character constant which is here. Then we will go to last type of constants, namely string constants. String constants. String constants. String constant. As its name indicates, it's a string of characters, but a string of 0 or more characters surrounded by double quotes or double inverted commas which slant or point to the left are called as a string constant. Here is example of nothing is there, simply two inverted commas or two double quotes which are pointing to the left. This is a null string. This is a null string. Then this is C. This is C. A string of characters. This is C is a string of characters which is surrounded by double quotes which point to the left, and therefore this is a string constant. This is a string constant. I am writing a double quote. Although it is a single character, but since it is surrounded or enclosed by double quotes, it's a string constant. It is not a single character constant. Single character constants are characterized by single quotes, and string constants are characterized by double quotes. 5 surrounded by double quotes is a string constant. So this is all about constants in a C. Then we will go to the next article, namely data types. Data types. Data types refer to type of data atom stored in the memory of a computer. Data type of the data atom stored in the memory of a computer. C supports 4 basic data types which are stored differently in the memory of a computer. So let us see these 4 basic data types. So we have here data type. Then as they are stored differently in the memory of a computer, we will write size here and then remark. The first data type is character, denoted by this keyword char. First data type is a character denoted by this keyword char. Has a size 1 byte. The meaning of this is, when you are declaring particular variable as a character type of variable, to store that data atom, 1 byte of memory gets reserved. So in the remark, it can hold a single character. Will hold single character. The second data type is integer. When you declare a particular variable as an integer type of variable, then inside memory 2 bytes get reserved to store that particular integer data atom, and it can hold a single integer. Then float. When you declare particular variable as a float type of variable, then inside the memory 4 bytes get reserved to store that particular data atom or that particular floating point number. So can hold single precision floating point value. And then the fourth basic data type is double. All these are keywords: character, integer, float, double. 4 basic data types. When you declare particular variable as a double precision floating point value, then 8 bytes get reserved inside the memory to store that particular floating point number, and can hold double precision floating point value. So these are 4 basic data types in a C. Then in addition to that, there are 4 qualifiers which can be applied with integer. That can be applied with integers. So we have additional 4 data types: signed integer, signed unsigned integer, short integer, and long integer. Short, long, signed, unsigned, or signed integer, unsigned integer, short integer, and long integer. So these are additional 4 data types with integers that we have. 4 basic data types and 4 derived data types of integers. So this is all about data types. Then next article which we will be discussing will be expressions. Expressions. So we know what expressions are even in mathematics. For example, a plus 5 is an expression. So how will you define it? combination of variables and constants together with operators is called as expression. Combination of a variable and constants together with operators that result in a single value is called as a expression, and expression is always part of the statement. Part of the statement means when expression is followed by a semicolon, then it becomes a statement. So it's a part of the statement, and it always, when it is evaluated, it always results in a single value. There are three types of expressions depending upon which operators you are using in those expressions. We have three types. First one are arithmetic expressions. Then we have relational expressions. And we have logical expressions. So as the name indicates, arithmetic expression is one in which we are making use of arithmetic operator. Relational expression is one in which we are making use of relational operators. Logical expression is one in which we are making use of logical operator. In arithmetic expression, you can have I equal to I plus 1. This is arithmetic expression because I am making use of plus operator here, which is arithmetic operator. Moreover, equal to is an assignment operator. I equal to I plus 1 is not true in mathematics, but in C programming it's true. The reason is the way we interpret this equal to sign. Equal to is interpreted as assignment operator. So this is to be understood something like this. Value of I is incremented first by unity, and that new value is assigned to I by this equal to operator. So it's not true in mathematics, but in programming it's always true. And the meaning is value of I is incremented first on the right hand side, and then that value gets assigned to I. Similarly, A plus B. It's a combination of two variables, A as well as B, together with operator. So this is a arithmetic expression. Then C equal to A plus B. This is arithmetic expression. So you can make use of plus, minus, star divided by percent operators, which are arithmetic operators. You will have arithmetic expressions. In relational expression, we are making use of relational operator x less than or equal to y, or x equal to y, x greater than or equal to y. These are relational expressions because less than equal to, greater than equal to, these are relational operators. These operators are used, or these relational expressions are those in which are used to test the values between two variables. This is something like asking whether value of x is less than or equal to y. The answer would be either yes or no, or true or false. Similarly, equal to is not truly relational operator, but it is closely associated with relational operator. Equal to means whether value of x is equal to y, the answer would be either yes or no, or true or false, or 1 or 0. X greater than or equal to y, answer would be either yes or no, true or false, or 1 or 0. Similarly, logical expressions make use of logical operators. We have and, or, and not as a three logical operators. I am making use of these two operators. This is logical and, which analogous to multiplication. This is logical or, which analogous to addition, and analogous to multiplication, and or analogous to addition. Here I am writing x less than a and x greater than b. So if x is less than a and x is also greater than b, then the result of this and would be, this is true, so the result will be true. That is what AND operation is. Then OR operation, x equal to A or x equal to B. If x is equal to A, if it is true, then the result would be value 1, ORed with x is equal to B. If it is false, this is true, and if this is false, then the ORed result of these two expressions will be 1 plus 0, so 1. So that will be the result of those logical expression. Next time we will discuss statements in a C. Okay.